Okay. All right. Hopefully you can see me okay here. Um, just give Carrie Ann comments if you can. We're using a different screening tool, so hopefully this should be good for us. And let's just start standing in a comfortable position. So standing straight isn't like your usual slumping or relaxed on one leg. Have both legs equally straight. That means if you want to keep a little bend in both knees, that's fine. Do it in both legs. Have the feet parallel. Make sure your toes are pointing as frontwards as they can, and open up your hands here, pressing down the shoulders. Even before we center in, let's just bring the arms up overhead so we're lengthening our body, and come up onto the balls of the feet, and then bring yourself down. Twice more, just to get a little flow going. Inhale up. And come down. Last time. Breathing in. And exhale down. And then bring your hands in heart center. And maybe the thumbs even press against the chest bone. Pressing firmly. It has the effect of balancing out both sides of the brain, and then closing your eyes, which also helps to quiet the spinning, the incessant spinning that goes on within the brain. And then we'll breathe in. Let's do it to 5, and then breathe out to 7. So breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then breathe out through the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take 2 more breaths with your own count, making this your own practice. Only thing to do is be sure that your exhale is longer than the inhale, clearing out all of the lung space as well as touching down on the parasympathetic or calming nervous system. And then after your second breath, just let the hands drift down. You can keep your eyes closed if you'd like as you bring your chest down to your chin. Keep pressing those shoulders down. Don't let them come up to the ears. Inhale the chin up and exhale it back. Inhale down. Check the screen. Exhale it back. And take your right ear over towards your right shoulder. Press down again with the shoulders. Bringing the head up, and the left ear is down. Bring the arms up overhead, temple mudra. 2 fingers point up. We'll stretch out the spine by coming over to the right. Bringing it back up. Inhale up, over to the left. Inhaling up, take it a little bit behind the head, lift up the chin. And then bring it all down. We'll take the breath of joy, which is 3 inhales, 1 exhale. Inhale, 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 bend and exhale, letting it go. Arms can come up, building up a little fire. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, and out. In, in, out. 2 more. Open your mouth for one of the exhales. In, in, and down, coming back up. Let's bring our arms up and back to do a swan dive. I'm gonna walk forward, swan dive, bending over. Hands come down and let the head drop. And then inhale up to a flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, press the hands, spreading them out, and step back to downward facing dog. Pressing back, pressing back. Come up onto the balls of your feet, bend your knees, and then press the heels down. Knees can stay bent. Once again, come up to the balls of your feet, and then press your heels down. Step in with the left foot and lift the right one up. Three-legged dog. And then step between your hands. Left hand stays down as you twist to the right. Both hands down. Move forward. Every lift has at least two directions. So move forward to lift up that left leg, to bring it next to the right. Forward fold, and come up, and down. Stand for a moment here in mountain pose, and let's stretch out the toes, stretch out the fingers, and then let them all come down. For the left foot, back down to downward facing dog. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, flat back. This is in order to lengthen the spine so that when you come down again, you have a long, flat back. And then step back, downward facing dog. Let your head drop. Step in with the right foot and then lift up the left. Step it between the hands. Keep your right hand down, turn towards the left knee. And then both hands are down. Continue to move forward so that lifts off your back leg, brings it in next to the right, forward fold, look up, inhale, and exhale. Bring the right knee up, inhale, and exhale. Hold it here or take your left hand to the wrist, keeping the hips stable. Reach for the foot and stretch it out. And then bring it down. Take a moment to breathe in and breathe out. Lifting up the left knee. Remember, you don't have to straighten it. You can stay in the balance just here. Otherwise, hand to the hip. Same hand, same foot, stretching it out. And let it come down. Separate the feet a little bit. We'll do a traditional sun salute. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhale up. Lengthen that spine. Exhale, put your hands down. We're going to step back to plank pose. Forward to plank. But then press back, downward facing dog. Head drops. Roll forward again, plank. Now shoulders over wrists. Start moving a little bit forward so you can come and bend and maybe pull through onto the backs of your feet. And then press back up. Take 2 breaths here. Tiger crouch. I fell on my knee, so I'm not sure if I can jump, but we'll try. Tiger crouch. Take a little hop. Straighten your legs, straighten your arms, and inhale up and down. I'll do one sideways, so we'll take another. Inhale your arms up. Exhale down. Inhale up, exhale, bend, straighten out to plank pose. Let's push back once, downward facing dog. Come forward, plank. Make sure you're forward enough that you're maybe onto the toes, so when you pull, you can come to the backs of your feet. Hope my cat isn't hiding that. Then curl your toes back under and come back to downward facing dog. Taking some breaths here. We'll tiger crouch, look to the hands, and take a little hop. I think I'm going to just take a big step, forward fold, look up, arms out, and inhale up and down. Coming from chair pose into humble warrior with a sun salute. Sun salute B. Inhale the arms back. Exhale into your chair. Keep the knees parallel. Let's come a little lower, lower, lower. Hands come down, hips are up, head is down. And then inhale up, exhale, bend, step or hop. Plank, come forward, chaturanga, pull through. Roll over the feet, downward facing dog. Don't stay here too long. Turn the left foot out, lift the right leg up, step it outside your hand. So we'll have a nice wide warrior one. Press down as you come up. That's why we're making space for the body in humble warrior. Take your hands behind your back. Pull them back, opening up the chest. Start to come forward. Maybe you can come inside the leg, bringing the arms up over the head. Then they drift down the back, either side of the foot. So you can walk your foot in a little bit, turn the back one in, come into this deep lunge here. And maybe we'll do a plank, chaturanga, with one or two legs, your choice. Lifting up the right leg, you can put it right back down or keep it up. Plank, lift, and down. Let's take a breath in between. Turn in the right heel, lift up the left leg. Step it outside your left wrist, heel is down. So we come up into a wide warrior one. Be careful not to roll forward on the back foot. Hands come around. Pull back. Humble warrior. Come inside. Let the hands drift down the back, either side of the foot, and walk the foot in and turn the back foot so both toes are facing the same direction. You're in a deep lunge. Chaturanga, lifting the left without scraping it on the mat. Come down, you can touch, lift it up, and down. Let's take 2 breaths. Tiger crouch, step or hop forward, bent legs, keep them bent, touch the ground, connect to the earth, come up into your chair pose. And then straighten up. Let's take the spine side to side. Taking a variation of that, we'll do another one. So, into chair, inhale. Squat, watch your toes, watch the knees not be on the toes, and come down. Inhale up, exhale down, press down, step all the way back. Chaturanga, press down, pull up. Once you're here, come down onto the tops of your legs. So you're in high cobra, stretching the spine here. Roll onto your right leg, roll onto the left. Let's come all the way down onto our stomachs and come onto your forearms. Sphinx pose here. Widen the collarbones. Imagine a smile here. Spread out your fingers and lift up. It's an active pose. Yes, she's on top of me. And press your toes under. Spread your arms out to the sides for seal pose. And lift up again, opening up the back. And put yourself all the way down and crisscross your legs. Let's come back up. So hands come underneath the underarms, lift up, back to upward facing dog, off of the thighs, pressing back, downward facing dog. Step in with the left, lift up the right, bend it and open up. While dog, look over your left shoulder, maybe you see your foot. It's headed toward your left glute. Come back and step forward. Warrior one. Press down to root up. And then straighten over as you exhale. And then inhale back up. Once more. Exhale over. Back to warrior one. Hands come down. Once again, come into that lunge, decide how you're doing chaturanga, lift up the leg, and come down, press up, and bring it down. Take a breath here. Left leg lifts up, bend it, twist to the side, and turn your head to the right. Check out that foot. Come back forward, step in front, heel is down, and you're back up in warrior one. And exhale straight over. Inhale up. Exhale. Always think about lengthening the torso. And then inhale up. Now we're ready to go down to the deep lunge. Come on down. Deep lunge. Lift the left. Chaturanga. And come down. Taking some breaths here. Look towards your hands. Tiger crouch, step, hop. The only reason I'm not hopping is because of my knees, so you can hop. Head is down, head is up. Inhale up. Exhale down. Eagle into tree. Balancing pose. Right over left, left over right. This can be your eagle, or you can crunch down, or lift the foot, or double wrap, your choice. Hold it for your 2 breaths. When you're ready to release, come into tree pose. And this is what you hold for 3 breaths. Even if I come out of it, hold it for your 3 breaths. When you're ready, throwing it down. Because I can't see you, I don't want to rush you, so please always hold a pose as long as you want, or come out of it sooner than I do. Remember, you're making the pose fit your body, not your body fitting the pose. Left over right, right over left. Crunch down, pulling the belly button in towards the spine, lift the foot. If you want, double wrap or single. this one. This part is the 2 breaths, so we have a total of 5 breaths here, which increases our lung capacity because these are yoga breaths. So normally when you take, say, 12 breaths a minute, or some people up to 18 breaths a minute, here you're doing 5. After the second breath, release, and come up to your tree pose. The surface you're on can challenge your balance. So if you're on a rug, it's harder than on a hard floor. If you're on a thick mat, that's spongier than a thinner mat. So that can be a choice or not to have a different kind of ground that you're standing to balance on. And then come out. Let's come again down into downward facing dog. Let me move her. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold down, the head drop. And then look up. This is that moment you can use to lengthen the spine as you put your hands down. Remember, you can always bend the knees to get the hands flat, and then step back to downward facing dog. This time, we're going to try and flip the dog. So there are different ways to do that. We're going to do the way with 2 bent legs. So lift the right leg up, bend it, open the hips to the side, look to the left, that's where we're going. Spinning on your left ball of the foot, both knees bend, and you flip the dog. Come back the same way you came. Right hand down, left leg is up and down. And then realign yourself, get ready to do the other side. Left leg comes up, bends, opens, ready to flip. Bend both legs. And open. Coming out of it, hand comes down as you spin around. Left leg is up, and then down, taking a breath. Let's roll forward, high plank, and then bring the knees down. Because of my knee hurting from left out, I'm going to put a pillow under my right knee. If you have any pain in your knees, you can always put something underneath. Spread the fingers, and we'll cat-cow here. So remember, the belly goes down, it's an arched back, the head is up. And then exhale, tightening and rounding. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhaling. And exhale. And then come to a neutral spine. Stretch up the right leg. Take the left arm out for the balance. Left arm comes down, the right leg is still up. Bring it out to the side, toes point front for thread the needle. Try and find the line that's comfortable for your body so there's enough space to get under here. If you're too far forward, it's hard. If you're too far back, it also isn't convenient. So you really want to stack those joints. Take your left arm out, reach underneath over to the foot here. Stretch out your right arm or take it around the back. Don't turn your neck to look at anyone or anything once you're in this pose. Take the right arm up next to the head and release the left arm up and down. Back leg up, around, and over to the other side. A little hip movement there. Twist to look at it. And then bring it back. Same thing with the other leg. Stretching out the left, lifting it, and the right arm comes up for the balance. Pinky finger down. Hand comes down, leg comes out to the side, toes point front. Right arm out, threads underneath your onto your right shoulder here. Left arm either straight ahead or around the back. I'm on my pillow here, so I'm a little higher than when I was on the ground to reach back. And then the left arm comes up next to the head, pressing down to release the right one. Taking it down, lift the leg, take it all around, over to the right, twist to look at it. And then come back, both knees are down. Curl your toes under, lift up off your knees, and press back again, downward facing dog. We'll come into collapsed triangle. So step in a little bit with the left, take the right leg straight up, and then bend it. Pull it into the chin, and then take it out to the left. So your heel, back heel is coming down, and you're opening up here. Stay here or touch your foot. Stay there or lift the foot up. Wherever you are, let's push with our heels to come down to an open V position. And then the right arm comes over to the flexed left foot and back. And the left arm comes over to the flexed right foot and back. Take your hands behind you, press back, lift up your heart. And then help your left leg over to the right. So you're sitting with both legs together, flexed, and we'll do a forward fold. Inhale up, exhale, come over your legs. Lengthen the spine, and bring yourself down. Lengthen the back again to come up. I'm going to turn the other way so that we can do baby grasshopper together. I don't want to forget which legs we're doing. I'm going to keep turning. So we're first working with our right leg, because that's the leg we started with. So pull it into the chest, lift it up. Cross it over. Twist, the left arm comes around, so you're twisting here. Flexing the foot. And then come back front, and everything turns towards the front, or towards your left hip. My toes are all going to point in the same direction. I'm on my left hip, everything's pointing frontwards. My hand is right under my wrist, pointing. My foot should be right under my shoulder, like it's a hand. And that way I can reach in front, too, of it. The closer I have it in, the easier it is to reach around. Once you're there, holding on to the leg or not, let's lift it up and down. Two more. Up and down for the inner thigh. Up and down. and reach across to whatever you can get. I'm able to get my foot. You might not be down there, doesn't matter, because you might have, probably do have more strength than I do, so you can lift here. You don't even have to lift it, it just helps a lot to hold on. So I've got my foot here. Ugh. I'm lifting it up. We're moving forward. Remember, every lift doesn't go straight up, it goes out and up. So pressing down, lift up, and bring yourself back down. If that seems a long way to lift, and you have a block, you're going to sit on the block with your left hip, same thing. Reach over, lift up the leg, and just roll off your block. So that's something to practice. Let's swing the legs underneath us to come back up to downward facing dog. And take a breath here, letting your head drop. Left leg lifts up, bends, and then comes in forward. This is a little bit of a crunch in here as you bring it in, and it's going to go out to the right. Stick it out to the right, bring the heel down, and open up. Remember the different variations, what you can do here, or nothing. Reaching it up, putting it down, and then coming into the V shape of your legs. Once you're there, left arm to right, right arm to left. Both arms behind, press, and open up the heart. Bring the legs together. This time it would be the left so that I'm facing you, I'm turning around, so I'm using the leg that we're demonstrating. But first we'll do a forward fold. Inhale up, exhale over. And come back up. Pull the left knee in, and up, in, and step over. Sit tall. You always tend to roll back. Remember, the earth is trying to reclaim us and we're resisting. Right arm comes around, twist, look over your left shoulder. And then confront. Everything turns to the right. And I'm on my right hip. Right hand under the shoulder. Right foot under the left foot under the shoulder. Lift the leg up and down 3 times. Up, down. Up, down. Reach in front and pull it up. Pressing forward into the pose. And down. Bringing the legs again around. Coming to all fours. And let's just take a cat-cow here. Inhaling up. Exhale down. And then to your neutral spine. And this time, walk your knees back, keeping your arms straight. And press all the way back, straight arms, hips to heels. Maybe your brow touches. Roll up, elbows back, spinal roll, coming up, inhale up. And then bring yourself all the way down again for a shoulder and body stretch. Take the right arm out to the side, bend your left leg, press down and come on to the side. Check that you're totally on your side. You can let your head drop or hold it up. If you want more, you can bring that left arm around. Maybe the two hands can touch. If you feel very open or want to know how open you could be, you can bring up that right knee. So you're still on the side, you're twisted, but both knees are up. Let's get out of that, straighten out the leg, bring the left arm over, come back onto your stomach. Right arm comes in, left arm is out. Turn to your left side. That can be ample. Just make sure your arm's out. Otherwise, come around to the other side, pulling out. Right leg is bent, left leg is bent. And getting out of that, coming back onto your stomach there. Coming up, back to the knees, back to downward facing dog, and pedaling out. Let's walk up to seated. So walk your legs up to seated, come to a crouch, and then sit yourself down and crossing your legs. Inhale the arms up. And over to the right. And over to the left. Taking your legs out to the side. Let's take both up, flex the feet, and stretch them out. Sit forward, forward, forward so you don't fall back. And then bring them in, bound angle here. Straighten your spine and bring your back over, collarbones towards your feet. And inhale up. Rounding the back. Exhale over. Inhale up. Once more, flat back. Exhale. Inhale. Rounding. Exhale. Inhale. Knees are up for boat pose. Hands come behind the back. Make sure there's no buckling there in the lower spine. This is all about keeping strong in here. So pull the belly button in and up. Press your hands back. Open up the shoulders. Lift the feet off the rack. This can be boat pose. This is boat pose. They all are straight, bent, wherever you want to be. And then release, if you want, the hands. Let's take another 2 breaths here. After your second breath, bring them down. If you're feeling it in the hip flexors, take your feet wide. Let the knees come together. Lie down and press away from the hip flexors there. Press the fascia, which binds all of the nerves, the ligaments, all the fibers, and just press it away. And then while you're there, pull then the knees into the chest so you flatten out your spine totally against the earth. Hands on the knees. Let's just open up the hips, go around twice in one direction, and then twice in the other. Take the left foot down and the right ankle over the left knee. Rock a little bit here, back and forth, before pulling it all into your chest, flexing both feet. Take Put the left foot down and the right foot down. Open up your arms to goalpost arms for a moment here. And then lift up the left, fold it over the right. Once again, reach through, pulling it into your chest. And then bring the feet down, and we'll come to knee drop. So straighten out your legs. Keep your body straight for a moment. And we'll do the left leg first, lifting it up, stepping on the right thigh. Right hand comes over. You roll onto your right hip here. The knee might go all the way down, it might not. That's not important. What's important is that your left shoulder stay flat, so you're in a twist. If you want, you can bend back that right leg and maybe reach for it. Look over your left shoulder. Make sure you exhale and release the tension you might be holding in the body as you twist. So the exhale is releasing into the pose. If you've got your right leg bent, straighten it out, roll back onto your back and straighten your legs. This way for the other side. So the right leg now comes up, bends, hand to the side, come onto your left hip, looking at your right shoulder. If you tried it on one side, try it on the other. When you bend back the leg and reach for it. And coming out of that, straighten one leg, straighten the other. You're ready for Shavasana. I am going to lead you in Shavasana so you don't have to cut an early one coming out. So your legs are open, your palms are open. There's nothing left for you to do now but breathe in and out. As you lie here, your eyes are gently closed. The lids are smooth over your eyes. Your teeth are separated. Your brow is smooth. You feel that inhale that you take start deep into the belly, all that breath, in breathing it in all the way up to the crown of the head. And then when you take that exhale, it's a release from the crown of the head to the soles of the feet. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale in happiness. And then exhale the residual grief you might feel over the day, over the week, over the year. Breathing in and breathing out. When you're ready to come out, and you can stay in this meditative Shavasana for as long as you like, the longer the better. When you are ready, if you're doing this in the evening, you turn to the left, which is the cooler side, the side of the moon, and you wait a moment in that fetal-like position, curled up, and then slowly bringing yourself up, head last, If you're doing this in the morning, in the afternoon, you turn to the right and pull yourself up. And then before you finally leave from your own personal practice, you thank yourself. You have to appreciate yourself, and that way you spread that goodness, you spread that appreciation to others. So from the divine in me to the divine in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining, both of us, and we'll see you another time.